Howdy y'all, my name is Brunt Hefferton Mistrunner, Tor War of the Mistrunner tribe, and today I wanted to talk to y'all about the Mechanar. We're going to go through Mechanar Heroic pull by pull. I'm going to talk to you about what to watch out for, tips and tricks, and maybe you'll find something useful in all this. So, group composition here, just for your reference. We've got Druid Healing, double Shaman, DPS, and then a Mage. I marked the Moon Sheep for the Mage. And then our DPS order is Skull X Triangle. These first pulls, you have to be careful about stuff pulling around. They will chain, so you want to be patient. Make sure you have nice and clean pulls, but the upside is, if you mess it up, you can just run out. Reset it. You do need Revered Reputation with the Shatar, if you want to do this on Heroic mode. It's this faction here. Now we're going to get this turtle, which is actually a Centurion. These are pretty simple, sword and board. They're hitting for 805. Yeah, about 700, 800. They can be disarmed. They have a chilling touch thing. Now we can pull this patroller. These hit pretty hard, and they do an ability called Charged Fist, which makes they hit even harder. That ability can be interrupted, so I'm going to watch the cast bar up here. I have the add-on called Classic Cast Bars, makes this a little bit easier to see. Just keeping an eye out for that. You can also stun these with physical, like Concussion Blow. Pretty easy pull. Watching out for that patrol there. We're clear to pull this one. Checking mana, healer's got full. Demo Shout can help take the edge off the incoming damage. 300 less attack power. Watching for that Charged Fist. Refreshing Battle Shout. He's just doing a knockdown stun. Alright. There's another patroller on the left. We can skip all that stuff on the right though. Could even sheep one of these. Utilize our CC, make it nice and easy. I'll pull back so we don't get that patroller. And Moon is a turtle. So these are physicians, they heal and stuff. Clothies, pretty nice focus targets. So we'll focus it down first. And since there's a sheep already active, we'll just work on this guy. Want to make sure we mine this patroller here. You don't want to ass pull it. Alright, we'll get this turtle, which is a Slayer. The Slayers have a two-hander. They're going to hit a little bit harder than the sword and board ones. They do a whirlwind attack and they can be disarmed. And they're hitting for what? 508 to 900 or so. Now Warlocks are really nice in this raid because you've got some demon pulls up here. For now, we'll just fight and sheep one. Getting up that Devastate. 5 Sunder stacks to help out our Enhancement Shaman. These do a Mortal Strike as well, so be mindful of that. If the healer's healing through the MS, they're going to be burning through more mana, so you may need to give them a second for the next pull. And the next pull we've got is pretty big. You can sheep this Engineer, it's a Blood Elf, and then these ones are Demons. Let's mark this one X for a second focus. This one will be the third focus target. And then there's also a Tinkerer. These throw bombs, and then when they're about to die, they charge in and blow up. So we'll pull these way back, and we'll focus that one down first. See, he's throwing his nether bombs. just gonna get some initial threat. Put a demo shout up. Taunt the skull. Do a Tauren War Stomp. These do a fear, or disorient effect rather. And they drop threat whenever that's happening. So the DPS need to stand back if they can, or pop a defensive whenever that happens. So we'll clean this one up. And then we'll work on this engineer. Alright. Cast a death ray thing. What's that hit for? 1.2k. And they also do this shrink ray. Reduces your attack power. And the pole is clear. Warlocks can banish these big ones, the Wreckers, and they can also banish the Tinkerers. There's one of these patrols that goes up and down these steps, so be careful when you pull this pack. I'm going to pull this back. Get the position first and sheep the two-handed guy. He's spinning. Now he's a turtle. Slayer. Getting a disarm. Getting a demo shout. Now he's doing almost no damage. Range just got to make sure they're not too close to that whirlwind. They also do a melt armor, kind of like a Sunder. Alright, now we got to kill this guy. He's one of the two guys that you need to get a gem fragment from, and you combine those and then you get some loot. So we'll get ready to pull him. He does a shadow power thing where he charges up, so we want to be pretty quick on popping a defensive.
4,
Last stand or something if we have to. He's a mini-boss kind of guy. So you could lust. There's a bit of time between this and the next boss. And we have 2 shamans, so why not? Get up a demo shout. Get up our devastate stacks. And he's got 5. And we go to work with the threat. So he does that turn poison. Poison attack hits pretty hard. Looks like we did get an ad. So I've taken both. I'll pop a defensive. Last stand. He's got a bleed on him. Alright, now we need to watch for the charged fist on this patroller. And I'll stun. Make it a little bit easier on the healer. Battle shout. And that would likely be a pull due to the totem placement near the ramp here. So that patroller, this guy we're fighting now, he goes all the way up to the top of the stairs. So it may be prudent to clear him first. Keep an eye out for whoever gets this jagged blue crystal. Sometimes it's not looted by the same person, but one person needs to hold both of them to combine them. Team is reformed. We're manned up, buffed up, and we can pull. Pull it way back. Being mindful of patrols like this guy. Netherbinder first. Just get a war stomp. Stunning casters is always nice. They do an anesthetic sleep. It's a magic effect. It can make you sneeze sometimes. Excuse me. Centurion, sword and board, disarm. They're taking your armor down a bit. As a general warrior tip, whenever you're tanking, if people are dying left and right willy-nilly, you can do commanding shout instead of battle shout. Battle shout's just nice to give your physical DPS a little bit more punch. Alright, we have no warlock here, so we have to fight all 4 of these. I can also thread the needle here, get this guy first. So I want to watch out for the charged fist. We can stun these with physical. Concussion blow is good. Bear bashes, there's a charged fist, we shield bash it. Also you can use earth shot, counterspell. Nice earth shot there. It's a pretty fast cast, so you might save a global. Or you can just pump and risk it. Let me just interrupt that for practice. This pull is going to be very painful. They're all non-elites, but they do a ton of damage, so I'm going to wait for the mage to get full mana. And the elemental shaman as well. Okay, there's also a pull right here around the corner. So I'm going to pull these with a really wide berth. Like this. Get them over to me, because I don't want them to change that group. And I'm going to bring them around this way. And I can run up here, get a war stomp, make sure I have threat on these. Taunt whichever one I don't have. And I can also concussion blow to stun. Each of these bombs is hitting for about 800. And the damage type is arcane. Alright, now there's a pull right around the corner here. We can sheep this engineer. And a warlock could banish any of those if you had one. We're full mana, so we can go. Can line of sight this guy. Gotta devastate. I'm gonna mark this one square. I just have the target markers bound to the F keys. So F1 is skull, F2 is X, F3 is triangle, F4 is square, etc. Makes it nice and easy. I intercept stun to interrupt that explosion. Shield blocking it. Keeping the shouts fresh. Nice pull. Get the turtle now. Death Ray, reduce attack power. It is physical, so it cannot be dispelled. Now we'll just clear this one. We can't go up here yet. It is a double Astromage pull. These ones hit pretty hard, so it's wise to CC one. They cast Solar Burn, which is like a frontal cone damage ability which cannot be spell reflected. But you can interrupt it, so we're watching the cast bar here. Making sure we have 10 rage and a global. Okay. Got him pretty quick. Come on. There's a Scorch. Easy enough. So go around the corner now. Another big demon pull. Don't see an engineer with this one, but there are 2 engineers in that one. You can skip this pull. I want to keep an eye on where this boss is. I'll pull this pack whenever he's pretty far away. We'll pull it around the corner. I'll give my team a commanding shout for some HP. Devastate Skull twice, tab, Shield Slam X, tab, Devastate Square, tab, Devastate Triangle. And then I'll stun this as well. And I'll War Stomp, Demo Shout, Thunderclap, and I'm disoriented. I'm going to intervene, taunt. And then these can be stunned with physical, so I can intercept, execute. Pretty nice. One of the cool ways you can mitigate damage is just by being away from the target but still having threat. So if I have threat on a target and then I intercept to a different mob, the mobs that are chasing me aren't dealing as much damage. Because I'm a target in motion. Okay, so this boss is kind of like Thaddeus in Naxxramas. He's going to give people a positive or negative charge. You get bonuses whenever you stack with people of the same charge, and you deal heavy damage to your allies if they have different charge. We're going to pull him over here.
4, 3, 2,
I'll also
1.
give my team commanding shout. You want to watch out for the little bombs that are floating around the room. Point those out when we get to them. There are the bombs. Now they're not gonna just instantly blow up. They do a little blink, 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 and then they explode. So see that one stop? Now it's blinking, and it's exploding. Kaboom. So you want to be away from those. Polarity shift. Watch your charge. I'm negative. So if anyone is negative, they can stack with me. If anyone's positive, they can stack with other positives, and you get a bonus. Just make sure you're not standing next to these bombs. The boss is not immune to taunt, so if you lose threat, you can just taunt it back. If you lose threat again, you can Mocking Blow. I'm positive now. So we can stack. Damage done increased by 100%, so we're dealing double damage now that we're stacked up. Good fight. Watch out for the bombs. They still explode after the fight. So you notice they move around, and then they stop, they blink, and then they explode. Oh, and you also deal damage to people with the opposite charge after the fight is over. So you want to make sure there's no other debuff next to your name. So we'll wait. And then next we're going to pull this boss here, the mini boss. This boss drops a schematic for engineering, an assortment of gems. Pretty nice defender gem there. Healing mace and a polearm. Looks pretty cool. Alright, we dropped the debuff. Now we're going to pull this guy. We can skip all this other stuff.
You have approximately 5 seconds to live.
This guy does a jackhammer ability, where he's gonna stand in place and just punch the ground really fast over and over again. So we just want to run out when he does that. Alright, he's charging it up. We back up.
Foregone conclusion.
We just wait until he's done doing that. Ranged DPS can still do damn. I'm gonna charge. Sorry, intercept. Taunt. Shadow power is up. You're ready to pop a defensive. That ability can be purged. Shield Slam can remove 1 buff. Okay, we run out from Jackhammer. Could even throw stuff at him.
Continuous skill.
thrown weapon. Demo shout, make it a little bit easier on the healer. And DPS him down.
My calculations.
Alright, I got the red crystal. Alright, he gave me the blue crystal. So now I have both the blue and the red. Hug the right so you don't pull that pack. And we can just go into our bag, right click that. And now we have the crystal that can open this chest. By killing the boss, it opens the doorway. And then by getting both of these crystals, you can open up this Cache of the Legion. And you get 1 badge of justice here. Don't forget to loot. Wait for the elevator. Cache of the Legion. Badge. Cape. Healing shoulder. Cloth. Damage and healing chest. Healing feet. Leather. And a chain lightning totem. Alright, there's going to be a patrol guy here. Can pull him. Need to interrupt him as well. Charge fist guy. We'll get a shield block demo shout. Can just stun him. Charge fist. Nice earth shock. My shield bash is on cooldown, but I could war stomp. The next charged fist. Okay, shield bash is up. Keeping an eye out for this cast bar. There it is. Nice earth shock. Rogues can kick, mages can counterspell. There it is. Alright. Next pull's a pretty big one. We can sheep one of these Astro Mages, kill the other one, and then just cleave the other 2 down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bunch of thrown weapons at this guy, and a thunderclap to get everything. Just go ahead and spell reflect to scorch. And we'll war stomp. And we're off to the races here. Just want to taunt whatever I lose threat on. They focus down skull. Now we do X. Stun it. Alright, Astro Mage is next. Watching out for that solar burn. There it is. Interrupted. And we do want to clear this and this before we fight this boss, because we need to use this full room for this fight. So pull this guy. Interrupts on charge fist. Stuns. Demo shout. Demo shout. Charge fist, nice earth shock. There you go. Shield bash, earth shock, counterspell, kick. These do hit pretty hard. 3.4k physical. With a shield block, blocking about 100, 200 of it. Another 3.5k hit. The knockdown hits for about 1k. Alright, we'll pull this one. Let's get a sheep. Focus first Astromage. Then cleave down the Centurions. I'll thunderclap these. Demo shout. Tab over to this triangle. Make sure I have it. And then I'm going to stun the skull. I'm going to disarm the X. Taunt it back. Could even spell reflect. Pretty clean pull. If you wanted to, you could CC 2 of these. Make it even easier. Sap sheep. Seduce. Fearing is going to be a little bit dicey with the boss over there. Interrupt the solar burn. The Scorch doesn't hit very hard. The solar burn does a knockback effect with it as well. So be careful of that. You could put your back to a wall. And this boss is pretty tricky. So she doesn't hit very hard on her own, but she summons 3 fire elementals. I'm going to tank the boss, her rather, over here on the left side of the room, and they're going to kite the elementals over to the right. Alright. Let's get a food buff in. Just make it nice and easy. Okay, we got drums up. Movement speed drums. Pretty smart choice. We can just charge in. Defensive stance shield slam, and now I'm running. There's a frost thing that's on me. Movement speed is reduced. Alright, the elementals are off me. Everyone who gets an elemental should run away. And also try not to box people in. Boss does a knockback. Be mindful of that. Getting your back knocked into a wall is nice. Doesn't mess up the positioning too much. She does a dragon breath. Magic effect can be dispelled. Okay. These guys do a fire pulse thing. I'm gonna make sure you're not standing in that. You can use this whole room, so now the elementals are on that side of the room. I pull the boss to the other side. Get it back. I can pull this through the fire. I got a good bit of room here. Gonna be careful not to go too far down that hallway. It'll start the Gauntlet event. Good fight. Nethermancer manual. What else she drop? Major fire protection potion. Gems. Pretty nice tank chest. Could call that Prebis. Healing ring. This manual. Axe. And a throne. Next up is the Gauntlet event. I'm going to be careful when you step on this because it's going to start it. And you're going to stay in combat for a long time. So I'm going to try to do some quick marks here. Just as a reference, I'll show you how I do this. Target markers. Here. F1 through F8. Makes it nice and easy. You can just tab and then hit a key, tab, hit a key. Get everything marked. Alright, let's get this as skull. I'll just go ahead and fear. Give us some time. I'm going to tab over, mark this one as X. I want to blow this one up as fast as we can. I'm going to look at this one, triangle. This one is square. So people know the DPS order now. That's the solar burn effect on me. Fire damage every 3 seconds. I disarm the triangle. Taunt it back. Nice sheep on the square. Warlocks can also fear. Got the solar burn. I'm going to build up some rage. And then we got the physician next. And this is all about endurance because you don't get drinking breaks. You might get one before the boss. We'll see. Want to use your stuns. Reduce incoming damage as much as you can. Alright, we get a destroyer now. Charged fist guy. Be quick on interrupts. Keep up that demo shout. Demoralizing roar if you're a bear. Get ready for it. He does a knockdown. Keeping up that shield block. Nice interrupt. I'm going to save my War Stomp for a group pack. Shield slamming it. Alright, next pull comes right away. I just mark it. I'm going to War Stomp it. Demo shout it. Just getting some threat. I'm going to intervene into a taunt. A stun. Healer mana is about half. Alright. We dropped combat here. So that was what, 3 waves? 4 elves, 1 destroyer, and then 3 elves. Now we get to wait for a second before we initiate the other one. Top off. Get some mana. And then we'll initiate the next one. I have an AoE Fear available. And the last boss is at the end of this hallway.
3, 2, 1.
If I wait 10 seconds, I get Blood Rage. Oh, wait. Let's get an Armor Potion. Alright, we're going. There we go. Skull's marked. We'll just go ahead and Fear. This is the X, this is the triangle. They're coming back. They sleep me. Magic can be dispelled. It's back on me. I'll just intercept the stun this guy. I'll throw out a stun. We should get the next one right away. Yep, another destroyer. Get ready to interrupt charged fist. There it is, got it. It's got 5 Sunders up. Demo shout up, shield block up. Should be one more pull before the boss. Just stun it. Let the healer regen a little bit. Alright. Got 2 solar burns, an engineer and a physician. Got a sheep. Nice. Let's get a War Stomp. Now we need to focus our threat on the skull. And these Netherbinders, they summon little elementals, these arcane guys. They actually hit pretty hard, so you want to make sure they're not on your healer. These elementals, very ouch. The Netherbinder next. Stunning it. Nope, dodge. Engineer's down. We can have a second to regen some mana. Regen. can interrupt that anesthetic. It sleeps people. Tremor Totem should also work, as should Will of Forsaken. Alright, boss. He's gonna come in about 30 seconds, so we get a quick drink break. You wanna top off, mana? Now, if you're already ready to go, you can go in and fight him, but if you just wait and you're recovering, he's gonna go away anyway.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We are on a strict timetable.
He puts you in combat so you can't charge him. We'll just pull him into the room. This guy does a mind control on somebody. He's hitting for... Yep, there's the mind control. You can CC the person who's MC'd. Or they can Will of Forsaken out. Or Berserker Rage. He summons these shade things that he can absorb some mana from. Just taunt it. Leave it down. Our shaman is on the ads. Cleaning him up. Mind controlled our shaman. We can just stun him. Nice. Cool. So what does he drop? Spellcaster Helm, Cloth. Healing Leather Chest. Druid Loot. Really good tank gem. Primal Nether. And this guy also drops the Sun Eater, which is a really good tank weapon. He also drops some Vanquisher leg plates, plate. Pretty nice warrior DPS. Maybe ret. AP Agi mail hands. Healing cloth boots. Arcatraz key. And a bunch of other blues. Oh, hope y'all found this run useful. Mechanar's a pretty fancy place. It's nice to have a change of scenery from all the lava and stuff of Azeroth. From me, Brunt. Don't forget to repair before you leave town, and ancestors watch over you. I'll see you on the next one.